गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनतीरावनचारि जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधा जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय यशोदानंदन जय दामोदरा यशोदानंदन जय दामोदरा जय गौरनिताय 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 जय गौरनिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अंतरा श्रीमद् भागवतम की जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की गौर प्रेम हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees in this morning session on the auspicious Damodar month. So I'm very much happy and thankful for this opportunity to speak about Srimad Bhagavatam and this auspicious month and all the assembled Vaishnavas. So we will read a shloka. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Just a minute. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dirayet Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatir Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavatir Naishtaki. Hare Krishna. So there is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 9, text number 19. Is my screen visible, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, clearly visible.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Evam sandarshita hi anga harina bhritya vashyata svapasenapi krishnena yasyedam seshwaram vase. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation, O Maharaj Parikshit, this entire universe with its great exalted demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma and Indra is under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna. Yet, the Supreme Lord has one transcendental attribute. He comes under the control of his devotees. This was now exhibited by Krishna in this pastime. Purport. This pastime of Krishna's is very difficult to understand, but devotees can understand it. It is therefore said, Darshayams tat vidam lokha atmano bhakta vashyatam. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.11.9. The Lord displays the transcendental attribute of coming under the control of his devotees. As stated in the Brahma Samhita 5.35, Eko api asau rachayitum jagadanda koti yachaktirasti jagadanda chayadyadanta andantarastu paramanu chayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. By his one plenary portion as Paramatma, the Lord controls innumerable universes with all their demigods. Yet, he agrees to be controlled by a devotee. In the Upanishads, it is said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead can run with more speed than the mind. But here we can see that although Krishna wanted to avoid being arrested by his mother, he was finally defeated and Mother Yashoda captured him. Lakshmi Shahasra Satasambrama Sevyamanam. Krishna is served by hundreds and thousands of gods of mothers of fortune. Nonetheless, he steals butter like the one who is poverty stricken. Hare Krishna. Yamaraja, the controller of all living entity, fears the order of Krishna. Yet Krishna is afraid of his mother's stick. These contradictions cannot be understood by one who is not a devotee. But a devotee can understand how powerful is unalloyed devotional service to Krishna. It is so powerful that Krishna can be controlled by an unalloyed devotee. This Bhritya Vashyatha does not mean that he is under the control of the servant. Rather, he is under the control of the servant's pure love. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Krishna became the chariot driver of Arjuna. Arjuna ordered him, say, Nayor Bayor Madhye Ratham Stapayam Me Achyuta. My dear Krishna, you have agreed to be my charioteer and to execute my orders. Place my chariot between the two armies of the soldiers. Krishna immediately executed this order. And therefore, one may argue that Krishna also is not independent. But this is one's ajnana, ignorance. Krishna is always fully independent when he becomes subordinate to his devotees. This is a display of Ananda Chinmaya Rasa, the humor of transcendental qualities that increases transcendental pleasure. Everyone worships Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet, therefore, he sometimes desires to be controlled by someone else. Such a controller can be no one else but a pure devotee. Harihi Om Tatsadoma Gyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Harihi Om Tat Sat. Mam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Swami Tinami Acharya Padaya Daya Prabhudaya Kam Karoti Vachala Yat Kripa Tamaham Bhaktesh. Hare Krishna. So welcome this most auspicious Kartik month. Kartik month is very, very, very auspicious for the devotees because it gives opportunity to increase our devotion to Krishna. Anything which helps us to increase our devotion is considered to be very, 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 very auspicious and fortunate. So, so here we see in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, one transcendental attribute of the Supreme Lord is actually being displayed here. That the Lord is becoming a servant of his devotee, especially in the pastime of Yashoda Damodar. So, Srimad Bhagavatam is a very wonderful opportunity for devotees to become closer to Krishna. There are the Lord has advented himself in the age of Kali. Krishna Swadhama Upagate Dharma Jnanadivi. That is, in the age of Kali, the Lord has come as advented as Srimad Bhagavatam. It is mentioned in Krishna Leelastava. It is a scripture written by Sanatana Goswami. Okay, so he writes about Srimad Bhagavatam, how it is so dear to him. So you may not need to unmute, but still you can repeat with me. Okay. Mad Ekabandhu, Mad Sangin, Mad Guru, Mad Mahadhana, Mad Nishtharaka, Mad Bhagya, Mad Anando, Namastute. So here, Sanatana Goswami says, "Oh, holy Bhagavata, you are my only company, my only friend, and my Guru. Hare Krishna. You are my greatest treasure. And my personal savior. You are the emblem of my highest fortune and the very form of ecstasy. I offer my obeisances unto you." So Srimad Bhagavatam is the best friend. It is the incarnation of the Lord in the age of Kali, and one who gets an opportunity to hear and who gives his full attention to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, he is considered to be very fortunate. You know why fortunate? Because at the end, you will get attached to Krishna. Hare Krishna. So here in this verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that the Supreme Lord is actually controls the entire universe. Krishna says this whole spiritual and material world is under his control. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matha sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante ma bhutavava samanvitaha. Krishna says that this whole spiritual world and material world emanate from me. One who knows me in truth, this secret, this news, he serves me with devotion. So not only that, all exalted personalities like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and Indra, they're all under the control of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You see, it is mentioned that Barsana, there are 4 mountains, and it is mentioned that these 4 mountains are the 4 heads of Lord Brahma. And they wanted the dust of the gopis to be always under, taken in his head. So he manifests himself as the mountain, so that in the land of Barsana, all the gopis can walk through. Hare Krishna. And in the Gokul, it is mentioned that there are 5 hills, and that is represented by Lord Shiva. Hare Krishna. So these great personalities, they're all under the control of the Supreme Lord. But here, it is mentioned Vrityavashyata, that the Lord is under the control of his devotee. That is one transcendental attribute. So we see here in this pastime of Damodar, in this month of Kartik, it is auspicious to hear about the Lord. Here in this pastime, you all know this pastime that that Krishna is running and Yashoda is chasing Krishna. Finally, he captures and he ties Krishna. So this here, Sukadeva Goswami is explaining that this is the greatest opulence of the Lord, that he becomes subordinate to his devotees. You see, uh, in this material world, we may travel faster, trying to travel from one place to another by a cycle, by a two-wheeler, by a bus, by a flight, highest 800 kilometers or 1000 kilometers. But you see, the topest, fastest medium in this world is the mind. Now, we are all sitting here. You can just remember Shri Radha Madhav in Mayapur, and you are in Mayapur. Hare Krishna. So this is the power of mind. But it is mentioned that the Supreme Lord is faster than the mind. Hare Krishna. But that Supreme Lord who is faster than the mind is captured by Yeshua. Hare Krishna. So this is the greatest opulence of the Lord. So that is why it is mentioned by Satyavrata Muni. Param deva moksham na moksha vadim va nachanyam vraneham vareshadapiha idam deva purnata gopala bala sada me manasya virashtam kimanye. So here he says you give all kinds of benedictions. You know what is Krishna's name who gives benedictions?
Varadapaj.
Yes, thank you. Vijeta. We mentioned Varadaraj. We have a devotee who is now called as Rajanath. Varadaraj is the king of benedictions. You should all travel to Kanchipuram sometime. Beautiful form of Varadaraj. So he is benedicting all the devotees with all benedictions. But here, Satyavrata Muni is telling, I don't want, you are expert in giving benedictions and you give even benediction for impersonal liberation, Sayujya Mukti. That even you give a life in Vaikuntha. But I don't want all these things. I simply want your vision of the Balagopal, where in my heart I'll be able to always envision, and no other boon is you. All other boons are useless. So this is the desire of a devotee who wants to always be in the consciousness of Krishna, and he feels any other greater benediction is the greatest obstacle. Hare Krishna. We can see in the benedictions offered by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during the Mahaprakash Leela to Kolavechara Sridhar. He was actually a businessman, simply selling some banana leaves. and trying to live his livelihood. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uh, gave a benediction that you can become a king, you can become not only the king of this kingdom, but the entire universe. You can become Brahma, right? Really, it was given that benediction. Huh? And he said you can become the entire universe controller. But he said, no, I don't want. I simply want be your servant. And in every pastime, whenever you come, you give me the benediction that I will become a banana seller. Hare Krishna. How much you will get? 50 paise, 100 paise, 5 rupees. You see, devotees understand the greatness of having loving devotional service, pure devotional service with the Lord. So here in this pastime that to Yashoda, Krishna is speaking. You see, we have all forgotten in this material existence about this greatest science. And simply we are beating around the bush in this material world, thinking I'll be the greatest, I'll be a hero, I will be the master of this house. Everybody should listen to me. But death will come and slap you. So you may think, you remember, Prabhupada tells and Guru Maharaj often mentions, there was a Jamindar. And this Jamindar, he is a very opulent person. And he had a cobbler in front of his house. And he had given some money to the cobbler. And the cobbler did not pay it. You give a money to somebody and you don't being paid by the person. To get that back, in the next life, you become the son of that person. Yeah? It's a secret, huh? Don't tell anybody. Yeah? So it is said that next life he became the son of the cobbler. Hare. So we don't know the dangers of this material existence. So when I was mentioning in this one of the talk, this is somewhere in a gathering. One watchman of the Kalyana Mandapam, he came and spoke to me. Sir, நீங்க சொன்னது correct, sir. I don't know how many of you know Tamil. Sir, இது correct, sir. நான் I am the actually watchman of this Kalyana Mandapam. One dog is always here. One day, the dog troubled us a lot. So we took that dog and went 150 kilometers somewhere and left and came. Again, this dog came to this Kalyanam. Hare Krishna. See, I know the owner of this mandapam was too much attached. Always here. I think after hearing your session, I remember maybe that owner has become a dog. Hare Krishna. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajati antakale varam tam tam yavaiti kaunteya sadadad bhava bhavitah. One who is in whatever consciousness throughout his life, the consciousness he attains at the time of death. So people don't know, they're all working so hard. I will become like this, I will become that, and I will become. Prabhupada says you're all rascals. Simply they are working so hard for what? To become a cat or a dog in next life. See, it may be look like little joking and laughing and all, but it is a fact. Prabhupada is telling one of our prime ministers become a dog in Switzerland. Don't ask me who is the prime minister. That's not our business to analyze. But that's the danger. Krishna consciousness is the greatest benediction. Prema Pumarto Mahan. It gives us an opportunity to realize all these things, to remember the dangers of the material existence, and to get out of the cycle of the birth and death. Mukti Pade, Krishna's lotus feet is who gives shelter, mukti to all the living entities. But instead of taking that, everybody is running behind all material things. Simply sense gratification. So we are here to deliver this message to the whole. We are the representative of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. To give this message to all, please don't suffer in this world. Make the goal of life as Krishna. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Pranada. That the Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your father, Krishna is your prana. So this is the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He goes around and tells like this. We are the spirit souls, servant of Krishna. But we don't know the value of the spirit within the body. We give the importance to the body. But we don't understand the soul is the most important. So Guru Maharaj is mentioning that one person went in a flight and he paid so much money and then he was traveling in a flight. But the same person passed away, and to perform his last rites, he was brought back the same flight. Now, what is the difference? While going, he was a wealthy man. But when he is returning back, it's just a dead body, which is just 1 rupee. So people in this material world are simply spending time to for this body, which will transform into 3 forms. That is either into ashes, which the Hindus burn as their custom, or it becomes the food of insects or the worms, because the Christians, they bury the body, and inside that the body is being come and eaten by all the worms and everything. That's how if you open the place after some time, you'll just see some skulls. That's all. All your flesh, bone, everything is eaten by this. And you'll see these Parsis and I think Jains, these people, it also transforms into the stool of a vulture. Hare Krishna. Because they have a large land, and they take the dead body, their cremation processes, they take the dead body and they throw in this vast field, and vultures, they come and eat. You see, Prabhupada says all these scientists, all these great personalities are vultures, and he gives explanation why. You see the vulture, Kalugu, what they say in Telugu or Kannada?
Rabandhu, Telugu.
Rabandhu, yeah. So They fly very high. You know, these vultures, no? They fly very high. But when they fly very high, they can see everything. But to their eyes, the dead body is only seen. Hare. They'll see everything. Palace, all opulent, everything. But for them, the dead body is the opulent thing. So similarly, in the material world, we are all given great opportunity to become Krishna consciousness. Dharmaha swanushtishtaha pumshan vishvakshenu kathashriyaha na utpadayeti niratim shrama hi kevala. We are given greatest opportunity to become Krishna consciousness, but we see dead bodies. We see all sense gratification, which all perish in time. Right? The greatest thing is we are spending so much of time and money for this body. Right? But it is in the Isha Upanishad. There's a great science is explained in Isha Upanishad. It is mentioned that in the Isha Upanishad, I forgot the shloka. It is mentioned. They even read this. The dead body is about to burn. No? Actually, you can also make a note when you are going to anybody's cremation. You can read this Isha Upanishad shloka. Okay? Maybe you can repeat after me, muted only. Vayuranilam amritam atedam pashmantam sariram o krato smara kritam smara krato smara kritam smara. Okay, so it is in the 17th shloka of Isha Upanishad. It is mentioned, let this temporary body be burned to ashes, and let the air of life be merged with the totality of air. Now, O my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices. And because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all that I have done for you. Hare Krishna. This year, actually, we are supposed to recite this when the body is about to be burnt. That's a fact. This body is going to be bent into ashes. And the air life is going to be merged with the totality of the air. But oh my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices, all my ultimate devotional service, what I've done to you. And remember that, so that you may award some better shelter for me. So we have a greatest benediction of the holy name. The holy name of the Lord is the greatest benediction, which is offered to us. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions that is Prema Pumarto Mahan. Okay? It is mentioned. It can give you the highest benediction. What is the highest benediction? Who will tell? Let me ask a question to the audience. What is the highest benediction? I have given the answer already.
Krishna Prema.
Yeah, favor of Krishna. So we should all do that, and that's how Krishna becomes his own servant. Here Prabhupada writes in the purport, I will finish in 2-3 minutes, that Arjuna tells Krishna, Achyuta, please move this chariot. Then Krishna says, yes, Arjuna, I'll do that for you. But he is the Supreme Lord. So don't be false master in this material world. I am the great person. We unnecessarily become proud. I was just, for some time he was the very short time. He was the greatest, he was the wealthiest man. the president of Tesla. So how he becomes very pride and arrogant. He sacks all his employees. That's what is written in the reports. Hey, get out. I'm laying you off. So people are proud. But he was like that. Now I think his opulence or wealth is reducing for some time. Correct? He's not now. I think it is the whatever company he purchased now is off through the Twitter. This is all simply we are just for some intermediate time think I'm the master. I can do everything. Everything is under my control. Everybody listen to me. I have money, the bank balance. But everything will be taken away. Krishna says, Mrityu Sarvasha. We should remember the ultimate benediction given to us, chanting the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. We should now, in the month of Kartik, we should rise early in the morning. It's very, very important. This is very important. I will just tell you one small pastime. Prabhupada told his disciples a story about when he lived in Vrindavan. A Bengali widow, he walked to the Yamuna river to take her bath every morning. And every morning, without fail, he should get a pot of water for Radha Damodar pujaris to be used in bathing the deities. Sometimes Prabhupada said that he would open the gate for the women. So the Vrindavan nights, I don't know, you all be knowing. In the winter, it is very chill. It goes to 6 degrees, 5 degrees. How much Bangalore goes? I think 10, 11, 12, Prabhu. Something like that.
Yes.
That only we shake. Oh, I cannot get up. It's very cold. So this lady, so the Prabhupada said, this woman never failed to come with the water. And Prabhupada says, this activity, she will return back to Godhead. Right. So one who cannot rise early in the morning is not very serious about spirituality. So one must rise before the Brahma Muhurta. That is very auspicious, and one who takes the trouble to do so is serious about spiritual life. So we should rise early in the morning, take a bath, offer our obeisances to the deities, to the spiritual master, chant the holy name, and we have a great responsibility to deliver everybody in this world. Okay. Bharata Bhumite Hoila Manusha Janma Shartha Kuri Paraupakar. We have a Paraupakar. We should go and help many devotees who are all suffering. Many people, they're all suffering. And the greatest thing is not only suffering, but they are ignorant of the suffering. And we are now in knowledge. So we should remember all these things and take our life serious. Thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to speak about Lord in this auspicious month. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki, Damodara Masa Mahamahotsav ki, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Kantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Nidaya. We have 5 minutes, maybe some questions if anybody has.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for your wonderful class. So you have covered Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Isha Upanishad, and the other scriptures. So we are very happy to hear after a long time. I have a question, Prabhuji. So Supreme Lord Krishna, by giving benediction to his devotee, is he actually putting a check mark for the devotee, or how to understand this point?
What benediction, bro? Any material benediction or what?
No, he is called Varada. So
Okay.
Vardaraja can give material and spiritual benefits also. What I am thinking, please correct me. So in this concept, is the Lord is putting a check mark for us, for the devotee?
No, he is open, but what we take it is what is our independence. He's saying, I will give you all benediction. And then we go and ask, give me a car. And you are initiated devotee. And you are ready to go back home, back to God. Give me a car. This has happened to me. Give me a better bar. Or so many things we are asking. But no use. Actually, you ask this question. We are reading. Actually, every day we are reading Dhruva Maharaj Charitra in the night. In Tamil, we are reading in Srimad Bhagavatam. So the episode, the correct picture is after benedicted by Lord Krishna, Dhruva Maharaj is benedicted, he will get a pole star. Okay. And then you will rule for so many years and everything gives. But while returning back, is he supposed to be happy or sorrow? I'm
Happy.
saying in a general sense.
He's happy only.
He should be happy, correct? But he was not happy. If you read Bhagavatam, that part, he goes actually very sad. He said, I'm such a low person. The Lord has benedicted me, but I'm supposed to ask him pure devotion. But what I've done? And Prabhupada writes in the purport, sometimes we do devotional service, and for that we ask material things. But the Lord can give the highest benediction of taking you out of the cycle of birth and death. Yeah, so we have the free will that we can ask anything. But if you ask the material thing, then you're becoming a blunder you are making. But still, sometimes Krishna is very merciful. He will not sanction. Because he knows that that is not favorable for you. But still we are hell-bent, I want. And finally the Lord gives that. And then we suffer. So we have the free will to ask spiritual benedictions or material benedictions. So we have that intelligence. At the end of the day, we are independently thoughtful. So that is the thing. We need to know what to pray. Okay.
Thank you,
Right.
Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Anybody else has any questions or comments?
In this Kali Yuga, how to become a pure devotee, Prabhu? There are lots of impediments and lot of influences on us. Everywhere we see all the three modes of material nature, they are very strongly influencing us. So though we are chanting the holy name of the Lord, though we are following the four regulator principles, and still we are unable to execute pure devotional service. So how do we understand this, Prabhu? Can you please enlighten us?
So Prabhupada said that I have given you everything, simply follow it. So we have to be enthusiastic to follow what Prabhupada has given, rising early in the morning, chanting the holy names, the association, reading Bhagavatam, eating only prasadam, doing our duty dutifully. And then gradually things will shape. Prabhupada said there is no difference between a ripened mango and unripened mango. The only difference is the unripened mango will become ripened in due course of time. So similarly, if you keep that mango in a very good condition, unripened mango, ideally it will become ripened nicely. But if you don't properly manage everything like that, then it will become spoiled. So similarly, simply we follow the principles given by Srila Prabhupada, serve the pure devotees, then we will get the intelligence to pray for pure devotees. And then ideally, in due course of time, we will get pure devotions. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you all. Thank you all for your association. So hope to all meet regularly like this. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, few more minutes, and any devotees have got any questions, you need to quickly come on the video, ask the questions, and it's very rare to get Prabhuji's association. You have any questions?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Dr. Prabhuji, thank you for giving your association today morning, Sunday morning. We are very blessed to hear from you. So I would like to ask only one thing. Prabhuji, we are all trying to become Krishna consciousness. That's what I feel. We're trying to become perfect in our endeavors. But sometimes, even though our thoughts and endeavors are enthusiastic, but sometimes we tend to take on materially. Why is this, Prabhuji? Why we always fall somewhere or the other, and we again run back, again we fall back, again we run back. So where are we going wrong, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so Prabhupada said we have been living in this material existence for so many lifetimes. So now we are trying to again turn back and come back to Krishna consciousness. So in this course, we may have a lot of tests put by Maya. But there will be fall downs, and Prabhupada said, Bhakti Siddhanta, that you should become like a rubber ball, not like a cork ball. You take a ball and throw it, rubber ball, it will come back. So similarly, yes, we may go back to the Maya slap and come back like this. But we should come back, and we should be very enthusiastic, and we should practice. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said that a child, I think Prabhupada said, a child, when he is from the crawling stage to walking stage, he falls down before he properly walks 3,000 to 4,000 times. Okay, so that's the statistics they have found. So we have been in this material thing for so long. So we may fall apart to Maya's this thing, but we should be very carefully following up this process and become very serious. Then Krishna will help you. It is not so. Maya is very powerful, very, very powerful. So that is why when Vidura is asking question to Maitreya, he first asks about this material existence. And then Prabhupada writes a very interesting point in the purport. He says, Vidura would have directly asked about pastimes of the Lord. But it is more important to know than the pastimes of the Lord is about Maya and the material existence. Then we know how to fight with that and be placed, fully situated, solidly in Krishna consciousness. Okay? So that is why we should know what is Maya, how it works. So sometimes we hear and know, and sometimes we go through and know. And you decide what way you want. So that is why being attentive in the satsangs and classes is most important. You should hear attentively. The realizations of the devotees, pure devotees, will come and pierce your heart and purify. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
So you should know how Maya is powerful and everything. Okay?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, anyway, now I have to go for Seva.
Okay.
Temple. Thank you all. I will catch you back.
Yeah.
And, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Let's all count 3 times Gauranga as a gratitude and thanksgiving for Srivas Prabhuji. Gauranga.
Hare Krishna.
Gauranga.
Gauranga.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Everybody, please stay back. Everybody, please stay back. Don't quit. So, Hare Krishna.